So, after so many technical difficulties, we are back on the air. I had an issue with my microphone and audio settings, and I was trying to fix it. So, here we are. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jasper Deep. Welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa. When we last left off, we were investigating Sakura's murder, and now it seems we're getting ready to come up on the trial. So, without further ado, I'm just going to take a few minutes and update the announcement from earlier that I made. Now that the stream is up, I can get this fixed. So I'm going to mute my microphone for just a moment, and then we'll really get started. Hey, Momo is hosting. Thanks for hosting, Momo. And thanks for watching. As I said, welcome back to Danganronpa. We are going right into Sakura's trial, so let us get started. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is only still half solved. Is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. Do I have my noise gate on? Hang on. Yeah, my noise gate's on. Fuck's sake! Hang on. How about now? Did that fix anything? Or how about... Fucking never mind. I guess it's still fucking broken. How about now? Testing. You hear me? I'm clear. I'm good. Okay, let's fucking continue now. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Only spent an entire fucking hour for it to try and fix it, and now it's not even right. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! Smiley face. A locked room murder mystery!
What?
So... breaking the fourth wall. Right. Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse?
Phew.
No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example,
Do
you have 100 friends? Sad face.
What?
He's right. That does make it sound sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please get onto the elevator. I will see you all down there. Point left, point up, point right. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? They didn't murder anyone.
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? I mean, Poco, yes. Genocide Jack? Oh wait, Toko? No. Genocide Jack? Yes.
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. Killer. One that murdered Sakura. Oh, I don't know! Are you gonna fucking say that it's one of the people in this room? Oh, never mind. She was stronger than anyone I know. And I know. I don't know a lot of people. And yet someone killed her. I know a total of 9... 18 people, and most of those are dead. Probably. I don't know if my family's still alive. The person is one of us. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. Deadly everything again. Further and further away. I could feel a chill. I could feel a chilling. No, I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. Steel prison, yeah. Makoto must have bad claustrophobia. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. I apologize. I am on edge, so I'm a little stuttering. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sound. It fell lower and lower. As suddenly as always. Honk. Dinner's ready! I know I make that joke every time. The ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, really?
This is kind of.
That's so cute. You must be so lonely.
You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment. A deadly. Why does he have to repeat this every time? Deadly defense, deadly faith, deadly riddle, all that stuff. Class trial! Wee! Yes, I'd love to save the game. Which you just lost. Alright. I said I need to. Yes, I can! Yay! Check all the evidence real quick. Also, do you guys like my new layout? I had to do some tweaking with that also. So, monarchy file. Sakura Ogami, death is around 12 o'clock noon. Rec room on the 3rd floor. There's evidence of. Can I not? Okay, I have to use some freaking ways. It's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. It seems at this point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Like the door, thin cam, doctor's body, chair slumping forward, dribbling blood from the mouth, blood stain, candy, glass bottle shards, Monokuma figure, Monokuma bottles, protein drink, locker handprint, Aoi's account, Yakuya Toko, trash, yellow powder on the instep of her foot. Sakura suffered 2 blows to the head rather than 1, as the Monokuma file suggests. Appear to be roughly the same, except the glass shards plus the thing weighed the same as 2 of the bottle. Dying message. Chem lab stuff, chem lab stuff, chem lab stuff. Alright. Are we ready? Well, it doesn't matter if you're ready. It matters if I'm ready, but let's play. Here we go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class try. If you can figure out, then I'll punish everyone now then.
We already know who did it.
Oh, fuck off, Allie.
Whoa! Deja vu.
Exactly.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
But Hiro didn't hate her. Yeah, he gave her a terrible nickname, but he didn't hate her. Jumping to freaking conclusions is always there, Howie.
Idiot.
For once I agree with you, Byakuya. You're an idiot, Howie.
I had nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
I believe this one is the most convoluted of them all. Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Just said! She just said that it's because all three of them hated her. But Hiro... I have to disagree on Hiro's behalf. Because Hiro is just a chill dude. Whatever. He never said he hated Sakura. Yes, Celeste's plan was very convoluted, but this one... Whatever. Anyway. Make your argument. Wait a minute. We're using Aoi's own account against
It was
her?
one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Mm-hmm.
Because you all had a motive.
No.
You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you could get.
Okay, so it's the only option. So she mentioned it before.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
What?
Shoot.
Wait a minute. But there's only one...
It was
thing.
one of you.
Alright,
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
hated her.
Is
Correct.
that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
There we go.
No,
Yeah.
it's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Right.
Yeah, and that was right before she died.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Plausible. Yes. Correct. No. Can't disagree with Hina there. There is good reason to suspect all three of them. And does that mean one of them did it? No. Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Right?
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Bullshit.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, You dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
Right.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Right. Okay.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
What Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. The reason I know that is... Sakura loved the candy. No.
I got it!
Yep.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Right.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Kind of.
Why the sudden hostility?
I mean, yeah, that is a bit different. Also, I love how there's a menorah in the background right in front of Egyptian hieroglyphs. Fun fact, everyone. Bible's not historically accurate on that account. There is actually no evidence that the Egyptians had Hebrew slaves.
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
Right?
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
I agree.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
But she's always suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
How do you have proof?
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
When did this... How did this happen? How did it go between... How did... Wait a minute. How did Coco... How did Coco... and Hiro end up having the conversation when it was between me and Hiro to begin with?
I'm talking about her shining message!
You mean dying message?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
Right.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
No, she didn't.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
Probably not even in her handwriting either.
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Yeah, that is true. Kyoko raises a good point. When did you see that?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
That is not true because Tina was like, you three get the fuck out. And Byakuya was like, alright, let's compromise. Just let me investigate, and the other two can be kicked out. Hiro was in his room the entire time during the investigation, and we didn't discover the magazine until after he had gone to his room. So there's no way he could have seen big sus.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Exactly.
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Yeah, he was in his room during the entire investigation.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense!
No, it doesn't. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, it clearly contradicts what Hiro just told us. Right, because I went and talked to him after I took a look around.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
No, it doesn't. Then he saw the dying message when he first found the body. But at that time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message.
No, why would I?
It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Alright, let's...
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Yeah!
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong!
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation.
Aha!
And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
That is correct.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it?
You're lucky I'm not playing the drinking game today.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
Vienna sausage? What?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
I don't know either, Hina.
He's just trying to confuse us.
But he's already a confusing person, so don't worry about it.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Exactly, she didn't have any other... The only place she had blood on her body was on her face, where she had vomited.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
Except she didn't.
100%! Without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
No, it's not true. 'Cause what, 20 to 30% of the time you're correct? Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Because... Oh shit, I gotta do this.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
I
Give it
forgot how
a
to
rest.
reload. Shit.
I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh.
Okay, I guess I did it.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
I forgot how to reload. Ugh. Was it the tab key? I think it was the tab key. Hang on. Left shift. Fuck, I forgot. Hang on. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Oh shit, my microphone. I know who did it, but I'm not gonna say so. Alright. King Radicate, thanks for following and watching. I also know who did it, but I'm also not gonna say so. I'm just... Okay, no, that's... I forgot how to reload damn truth bullets in the bullet time. I'm not using a controller. Okay. You know what? Okay, cool. Right. Alright, I guess I will just
Because
keep
if you
moving
look
on.
at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But
Right.
both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Yeah, I did. I watched the game Grumps play. Yeah, here I am playing it now. The other two games I'm not going to watch any previous playthroughs of anyone, so I could have a more genuine experience with it. But, oh boy, even so, this game is all kinds of fucked up.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
It was Hero.
Hero could very well have written it himself.
Exactly.
That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Uh-oh.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Mm-hmm. You're admitting to killing her? Oh yeah, this is definite. Yeah, you're currently after the part of the first island. This is definitely past that. This is the trial after Celeste.
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
Yeah, Hero was blamed by Celeste heavily, but they really set it up to make it look like it. Oh man. Yep, that is correct.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Mm-hmm. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay.
you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
I'm going to end it.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Love how he calls Sakura with her. I mean, Sakura is a girl.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went
Like
limp.
how...
I didn't see her move again after that.
Just like how Chihiro was actually a boy, even though he looked like a girl. No, Sakura is a girl.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
What do you mean? That's because Sakura exercises a lot. She does a lot of weight training, and she's supposed to be the ultimate martial artist. So her body is all jacked from exercising all the time. But she is a girl.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Yeah, I get that. But there would be no reason to call Sakura by male pronouns if she identifies as a girl. If everyone knows she's a girl. I mean, Taka made that mistake early on in the game, but was quickly corrected. It's death for the...
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
It's because there are 2 blows to the head. So what's it that Hiro did that doesn't make any sense?
I got it!
The magazine.
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Aha!
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Aha! It had to have been Toko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
when you saw Cubs. I don't know who that is, but I should. I'm guessing I should check that out. I probably will. But yeah, so yeah, this game came out in 2010, and you saw it play in 2013, so it's been a while. I mean, I actually didn't. I knew about Danganronpa for a while, but I hadn't gotten into it because I'm not very big on the anime aesthetic or anime in general. But Momo, Skylord Morgana, who is the mod of the chat here, she definitely became obsessed with it, and I finally just broke down and was like, okay, I'll watch a playthrough of it. I watched the playthrough of it on Game Grumps, and here I am now. I both love and hate this game at the same time.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important... That doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
Oh, calm down. We're not saying it's is who I watched when. Oh, okay. I see now. Also, every time. Oh. Right.
Hero just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You may have thought.
Who asked you?
I don't think it matters if anyone asks me. I just.
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
Never knew there was a second game until last month. There's actually 3 games. Technically 4, because of Ultra Despair, though. But that game came out for the PS Vita, but you can play it on PC. But it's not like any of the other Dangan 5 now. Oh, apparently there's 5 games. Like that. I have to look more into that. But I have 4 of those 5. Oh, for the Switch. That's right. They announced the new Danganronpa. Well, I don't have a Switch, so kind of probably not going to play that until they decide to release it for PC. But anyway, let's get back to the trial.
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time.
Why would that?
If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So... what do you want me to do?
Just told you to start from the beginning, Hero.
Just tell us what happened one more time, when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but... okay.
You haven't reached the end of the case yet. Hero isn't the killer. And I have to prove that. Here we go. Another... Oh, shoot. That of Sakura's body yellow powder.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
Let's
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby.
Right.
And I hit Ogre from behind, before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind.
Yes.
And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Nope, that wasn't it.
shoot!
Okay, so
I didn't want to, but I grabbed him on a and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do it.
You hit her from, and you only hit.
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered,
right.
and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious?
No.
Hero really is the killer!
Okay, just once, and it's the examination. Music makes me feel good. Yeah, I dig the music. I really dig.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's
No,
wrong.
that's wrong.
There you go.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Right.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
Okay, Byakuya. Hang on. There we go. Now my hair's pushed out of my face.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
Because somebody else hit her.
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Yep.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
Right.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
2 of them are missing. Yeah. Well, maybe not Toko. Maybe not Toko herself.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Alright. I have to go use that. So I'll be right back. In just a minute. Okay, I'm back. And it says you have to go now. So thank you for watching, at least for a little bit, King Raticate. Thank you for following. See you later. Anyway, back to the trial. Once you understand that.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Alright.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
Mm-hmm.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Correct.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
So wait.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
It should, but it didn't. Correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be... It was the chess piece! The chess piece is missing. Oh god. Oh, wait.
Now I understand.
There was a chess piece.
That's it. The chess pieces.
There we go. That, I hope, fixed it. Did that fix it yet? Okay.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
Yeah, and it's one of each type of chess piece there is. So, the knight and the queen are missing. But the knight was found on the floor. So the queen is the only one left.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
That leaves the queen unaccounted for.
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
Yes.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Didn't we just explain that?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Shogi? Oh, the game. It's a game. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean.
Apparently Toko likes shogi.
So, let's say a bottle did go missing.
Not a bottle per se.
There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
Again, not necessarily the bottle.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
When the bottle was broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
Yes. So the bottle technically wasn't missing, but the chess piece was.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence proves that. Kyoko and I figured it out before. It was
I got it!
Yeah.
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
Right.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces.
Right.
Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. Yeah, that's obvious. Just been used by second attacker.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
Exactly.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Except you bring up the occult when you claim to hate the occult.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room.
Why didn't you say anything to Sakura?
I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
And you didn't notice that Toko wasn't there after you went in.
But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
Which means she was in the locker.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's plausible.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
Excuse me.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
Toko never went in the rec room, but somebody else definitely did.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Calm down, there's still an explanation. No, it's not ridiculous at all. Any proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I haven't. She left it there for anyone to... Oh boy! She left it there for anyone to find. Oh god, no. Bullet times at it. Yes, I want to learn a minute. Left mount does during your final strike. From now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now, oh god, no. Select the same way and press Q key. Just select it the same way. Okay. Alright. Just this one. Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you! Hey! Halfway through the game? This is the halfway point? I feel like I've already done so much, and this is the halfway point? What? Ugh, okay, good luck and have fun. Alright, here we go.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie!
I'm gonna fucking lose.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you.
Okay.
That's enough!
This should prove it.
Oh god, that was so close. Oh, fuck.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on
Yeah,
the
it
wall
was
without
fucking
thinking.
close. I fucking hate when it covers up the tempo. When it covers up the points.
Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yeah!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Yep, of course, she would tell us. Of course, she follows Master's fucking commands.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Fucking Yakuya and his. Right.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Aha! There's the rub.
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her.
Negative tempo is that it stays the same rhythm as before, so you gotta get the tempo. Yeah, I know that. It's fucking ridiculous.
So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did Did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes. And I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
No shit!
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Oh.
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
You know, I would be scared of that too. But I don't know what I guess. I mean, fight or flight, right?
When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her. You mean? Oh, there it is.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see.
Why is she biting her thumb?
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Mm-hmm.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
At the same time, Coco, I mean, Genocide Jack, please don't. Please.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me.
I mean, yeah, you're a wanted serial killer.
Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on! That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre! So that's good!
So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
I thought you'd have some work for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, we're not.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Whatever.
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Punch directly to the dick.
Your wish is my command, darling.
And it's not over yet, is it? Wonder who killed Sakura is... Bullet time battle. Not a bullet time, but you know. Alright.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood.
Right.
So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, it's the status of Sakura's body that makes no sense.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise.
So you smashed her head in with
You got it!
And where did the attack take
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Uh-huh.
So, you finally noticed.
No, Byakuya. I knew about it the entire fucking time. It's not that I noticed anything. Maybe you finally fucking noticed and you're just trying to act smart.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Not necessarily. The serial killers will turn their... Serial killers turn their... They will turn their killing into a riddle. They will make you try to solve it, but once they're caught, they don't lie. Not necessarily.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine show. Bloodstain, right?
I got it!
Yep.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Right.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
Bullshit.
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Very true.
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy.
Mm-hmm.
After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Except it wasn't Toko.
Huh. So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No, because Toko came in with Byakuya.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Plus because of the chair jammed up in front of the door. Because I saw it for myself. The locker was too small. I was in the locker. So.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
And the locker door was wide open.
And at that point, the locker was already open.
Mm.
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Mm-hmm. No way that Toko did anything remotely close to that.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
Yeah, I know. Like, it's because I was in the locker the entire time! Haha! That would have been a twist, though.
room thing about anyway?
Because the room was quote-unquote locked, even though it wasn't really locked. You have a lock.
How do you not know? You killed her!
But locked.
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that is very true.
You're lying.
No, she isn't.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
From either shot to her. And?
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? No, you have all the evidence in your notebook. Another possible explanation, maybe it's the poison. The yellow powder. Well, let's watch.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Nope. Oh, really?
Shoot!
Well, fuck. Okay.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill, then what was it?
There's no other what killed Sakura. I can't think of any. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
There was one place I might find a clue. It'd have to be written.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Oh, the Monokuma file. So I should counter the shot to the head with Monokuma file number 4. Okay.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Exactly.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Right.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
Nope.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
Right.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
Uh-huh.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
Not in that way. Not in that way at all. Unlike you. Except, well, yeah.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Exactly.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Right.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
So there can be no mistake. Except you've made mistakes before, jackass.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Oh, God. Stop.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can Explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Right.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
Yeah.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Never. Yeah.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Chem C9.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
Also, you didn't find that at all. I found it, you asshole.
In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yes, but you found it on the fucking... Yeah. You found it in
I
section
got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
A. Right? Yakuya's about to make something.
Because
Alright.
the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Yakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do is stand there and watch. But as if the most natural thing in the world, Yakuya was calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Yeah, it does. I've tasted protein powder before, it's not fucking good.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
No.
You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There is still residue. Yeah, but he just said that... He just said that it's not a very powerful poison, but it would kill you if you drank the entire bottle. So... residue alone would probably make him sick. It would probably make him sick, but it wouldn't kill him.
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Yoko took the bottle from Yakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Yep.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
It was put into the protein shake. Oh, hang on, damn it. At least this one's easy. Oh shit. Oh fuck, I fucked up. No, oh no. Oopsie daisy. Oops. Try again.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh well, at least I'm at full health now. Poison is actually yeah, whatever. Yeah. Alright. E N drink D. Where's the D? There we go.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Mm-hmm.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. What? No.
Shoot!
Wait, what? It's not really the first time she's attacked something at the scene.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
That... Why would you follow up with the same answer? Ugh. I was like, oh, it's protein drink. Oh, it's protein drink. Why is that repetitive?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
Right.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
Mm-hmm.
And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
It has to be down on the shelf. Yeah, it's this one. Wait a minute.
Shoot!
The evidence has to be what you found in front. Oh, it was just the yellow powder.
Shoot!
The yellow powder was in the fucking chem lab. Okay. The footprints, maybe? Footprints.
I got it!
There we go. Okay.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
Right.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison.
Mm-hmm.
The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Exactly.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem.
Right.
All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Mm,
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
mm-hmm.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were
But
made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
the photo.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Mhm.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
Actually, I don't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura
Yes.
didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
Yes. But... didn't you always say, Byakuya, that you shouldn't trust others to your own standard? That sounds like something you would do.
Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Hina, is it true?
No!
Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
But she didn't.
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right?
But what would Aoi have to gain from killing Sakura? Other than, you know, getting out and graduating and all that.
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it!
Yoko, I think the proper way you're supposed to say that is HOLD IT!
I'm not convinced.
Objection!
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
That doesn't mean...
Honeyed
Whatever.
words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
Celeste, can you come back from the dead and kill Byakuya, please?
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
Genocide Jack over there, still biting her thumb. I am very disturbed by how close those podiums are together. Because if Hifumi were still alive and were standing there, his big body would be almost in the other podium.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Yeah, no.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
How many times do you plan on being a total fucking asshole? Oh wait, that's all the time.
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yes.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Means she has no idea about it.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
Since the question was brought up, it does throw the whole thing off, doesn't it, Byakuya? You're just sitting here talking about the possibilities and you just won't accept one.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures.
No.
She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Except there is.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
The whole thing doesn't fit. You're just so quick. Ugh. Yeah. That drinking thing would lead to death. I would end up downing an entire bottle and being rushed to the hospital.
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
And I'm home alone right now, so that would probably be, you know, I would probably be dead on arrival.
It's too obvious. Too easy.
Not really. I mean, they went through a whole convoluted thing about Hiro and Toko and Genocide Jill.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Kyoko is on the right track.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail?
Before we do that, though, I am going to go use that. Yeah, I have to use the bathroom. So, be right back. Be gone, bot! Yes, there's a bot in the chat. Heck no! Don't click the link. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm okay. I had to use the bathroom, Mama. Why'd you text me that when I just... Are you not paying attention? No, outright ban them. I won't stand for that kind of shit. Also, I got me some cucumbers, so I needed to get a little snack. Alright, back to what we were doing.
Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
It matters a lot.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
But Sakura was my friend too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Shut up.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Yes, there is.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
I was about to say, if it's a waste of time, Yakuya, if you're so sure about it, go ahead and vote. But if you think we're wrong, then let us make our case.
Well... Right away, I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And...
That story you just told.
It's a total lie.
First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, there would be footprint, and if you went to Section C, dropped the bottle and broke it, and then walked over to Section A, there would be footprints leading that direction.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
Why would she need to do that?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Big Mac.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
I'll be satisfied, Yakuya, when you end up dead. Well, until we figure it out. Yeah, that's also true. But I'd rather him be dead. Until I cover the chances of this case. And Byakuya is dead.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Right.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Right.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C
To Section A.
Nope.
No, that's wrong! You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A.
Right.
That contradicts what you just said.
Yeah, but at the same time, now that I think about it, wouldn't Sakura have left footprints? And if they were Sakura's if they were Sakura's footprints, had they been there, wouldn't they be different than Hina's footprints?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
Right. You went
The
direct.
powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A.
Right.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Exactly.
Well... You see...
I still don't understand how Sakura got some on her shoe and she didn't leave footprints. Yet Hina stepped over top of the... Whatever.
What the?
Byakuya is just freaking out.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, I haven't seen that animation from Byakuya before. Well, I have, but, you know, not... It's not in the game up until now.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Ah!
I did?
Never seen Byakuya so hot under the collar,
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
right?
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Get fucked.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
Get fucked.
I found this.
A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle.
Ooh, that was... Yeah, if Byakuya had swallowed that, we would have had an accidental suicide on our hands.
And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
You're just sipping your tea.
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Sort of light blue glass found in the bottle of poison. The rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
That is a good question.
What's so strange about that?
It's extremely strange.
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
There was... Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? Should have been on section C. No. Section A.
shoot! What's strange is that
Should have been on the rec... No.
I got it!
Yeah, section
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, Somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Exactly.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
This is a bit convoluted. But yes,
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
right.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
Right.
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
We're moving too fast? We're moving. Never mind.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked.
Means you have tiny brain, bro.
But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Because it was on top of the glass instead of, oh, I don't know, of having the glass around it.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can.
Right.
After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
No.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
No. It's an actual question.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Exactly.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
You should have. Your English was off there, Makoto. Your grammar was off there. Me neither, not me either.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
Because it's the truth.
How can you know what I don't know?
Because you're an idiot. Source of powder, empty protein, didn't come outside. Let's watch the whole thing through first.
When it comes to that protein can,
Right?
there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Right.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No.
Mhm.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Nope.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay, so that's definitely the contradiction there, is that the locked room is unlocked. I concentrate on that.
When it comes to that protein can,
Source of the powder.
there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Mhm.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay, so that's not it. Yoko said doesn't make any sense for you either, right? My inference, no.
Shoot!
No, Kyoko's right.
When it comes
Okay.
to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not.
So you're someone plant? No.
It had to have been in there the whole time! It had
To be. It was in there before.
or the rec room.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Yeah.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
No.
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can.
Shut it, Yakuya. Get fucked!
We also found pieces underneath the can.
Aha!
What?
His face! It just... Whoa, I've never seen him so... Well, I have, but you know. It's so funny to look at.
And this proves
To
it.
see an asshole get his comeuppance right in front of your eyes. It's just so delightful.
It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
Right.
So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation.
So now you get it.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
No shit.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Exactly.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Uh-huh.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
There is one explanation for that, and it's that she wasn't tricked.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Not fiction at all.
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already.
Is it not obvious by now to you, Mr. Captain Obvious?
Sorry. Please, tell us.
Am I seeing this right? Am I hearing this right? Did he just apologize? Momo, clip this.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
Why would she do that? Ugh. You already know it was Sakura who drank the poison, knowing exactly what it was. Could you not assume that it was Sakura herself who got it from the chem lab? Hmm? You could draw that fucking conclusion right out the gate.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
No!
What do you think, Makoto?
It was Sakura herself.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Yeah, Kyoko knows. But she doesn't have to go this whole convoluted way. She could just say it was Sakura.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yes.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Yeah, there is.
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
Mm-hmm. And there's
The reason we know that is because of the yellow powder on her instep.
You're lying! Stop lying!
Then again, if she did do that, she would also have left footprints in the Section C area.
Why? Why would you lie like that?
Because you're the one who's lying. Right. Alright, here we go. One more time. One more fucking bullet time bullshit.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Stop talking! I hate you!
That one went a lot.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took
This should prove it.
Normally I would end the stream now, but I'm going to finish this file.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
Yep.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Exactly.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Yes. But at the same time, she should have left footprints. Right.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Exactly.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
We were getting to that.
And it was only on her instep, right?
Yes.
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled.
Mm-hmm.
So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing.
Right. Well, okay, so that would explain the lack of footprints, but...
Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Right.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
Mm-hmm.
No! It was me! The poison!
Because of the wonderful things she does.
Because I killed her!
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. Yeah. Unfortunately, we all know who it was. It was Sakura herself.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What?
Again with that face.
The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
She was going to explain everything to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro, and then she was to prove that she was committed to it. She was going to kill herself and remove herself from the equation so that
Monokuma couldn't use her as a spy anymore, and it would be the ultimate act of trust and all that stuff. However, Hero and Genocide Jill bonked her over the head with glass bottles, so she just decided, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll just go ahead and kill myself.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
No, I don't like it, but it's true.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
Mm-hmm.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Mm-hmm.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
Yes,
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
Yep.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead.
Right.
And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
Yep.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Ah, ogre! Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed. I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
Yep.
Honestly, I should have noticed.
Mm-hmm.
You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide.
Mm-hmm.
In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death.
Right.
That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yep.
No. No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You have to end this properly.
Right. Alright, so. The notes. Take it. Coco. Nope. Right. No, that's not correct. Okay, so yeah, Toko went to the rec room before both of them, and then hid in the locker. Okay, yeah. Hero. Alright, so then he took oh wait, that's right. Let's try this. Okay, so he smashed the bottle over his head. Then he wrote Toko in the magazine. Then Toko came out of the locker, put the magazine back on the shelf. And the magazine was upside down. Sakura woke up when Toko was putting it back. Okay. Then fucking she took the bottle, smashed her over the head back again with it. Sakura woke up again, still hurt, and then she drank the poison. And then they found Makoto dead. Hina ran the chem lab. Damn it. Alright, so that's...
The killer is you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Oh, that's not... Oh, it should have been Byakuya. Okay, got it, I got it. Yeah.
The killer is
Stupid ass
you!
smut ran out of the face.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Right.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Right.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else, and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Okay, so the other locker room scene is where she goes into the locker, and this one is when she comes out. So I gotta swap them. Here. This is when fucking computer setup messes this all up. No, that's not where that goes. She's in the locker.
Here's exactly what happened.
Now let's go.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Mm-hmm. He hides in the locker.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro.
Right.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
As he normally does.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name.
Yes, I'm here.
Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Testing. Okay, my microphone's good. Yes, I'm here. Okay, you're in call with Leon already. Alright, back to the game then.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
Right.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head.
Yep.
Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive, So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves.
Genocide Jack in the background, just with her hair just up in the air like that.
In an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort?
It's a terrible
Was
day
you,
for Rain.
Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
Yep.
That's what happened?
Again with that face. Yeah, the ninja's cutting onion. Damn it.
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because you're a fucking moron!
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized?
I have. I have. It's because Byakuya's a fucking idiot.
We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
Exactly.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I did not do very well in the bullet time events at all because they threw in the fucking... Yeah. But I had 0 mono coins. And now I have 89.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
Should probably go charge your batteries then, Monokuma.
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote.
Yeah, it was Sakura.
So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Ah, he said that very much more ominously this time. Usually he's all like
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So, that's the whole truth, huh? I see. There's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Tina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that? Because Tina is fucking pissed off at you, asshole.
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died, because all of you pushed her into a corner. And you all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take all of us with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. No, you didn't. And we all have to pay for our crimes. You didn't do anything wrong, Tina. Except for frame everyone else for murder.
What?
Or frame yourself for the murder, rather. For serious, that's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Let me explain. But do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying her with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made you desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... Found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It was Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jacket attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with him. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up at you all at once, even you.
Hina.
They don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
They're friends, yeah. Sakura. She really believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
And yet... You
trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you. You wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? And that's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
Jane. Wait right there, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. When I got to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for, when I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why?
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 Yep. Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. Even if I didn't realize it. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We all killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best at making us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't even able to do anything for her. I can never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm so sorry to interrupt when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
Did you say, bitch, I will find you, and I will kill you. Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course, I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed!
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note! Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad!
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true!
This is the one that Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
Then you lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. This sounds so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. Filthy little...
Damn it!
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Pung, pung.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? Yes, you did. Well, you did falsify evidence, but you didn't affect the outcome. The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Ugh.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, you still wouldn't have been. It still would have been between you guys.
Shing!
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. See and scene cut.
And?
Okay, and scene cut. So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is so final, you know? You could never hear the rest of their story, the truth lost in darkness. It gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Would you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. I'll talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was a... Stop it. It was our first night in this strange school. In this strange school that the mastermind came to see me. I like how in this scene she's writing it in traditional Japanese, but the note is in English.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
Might not see the importance of the dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. Wait, so he was in contact with the mastermind from the very beginning? But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Silent. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive. I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
oh, Sakura. Why?
bad. Such a good game. Such a bad game, but such a good game at the same time. That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic. Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion and disarmament. The Mastermind knew eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. To fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
The Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe. Above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I am willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Sakura didn't feel funny. She didn't die hating her.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting. To protect us.
Correct.
She didn't enter her own. She didn't end her. She didn't end her own life. Quite the opposite of that. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. Sacrificed so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
it was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really sorry. I'm really truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. Oh, the one she had. Okay, so the one she had wasn't so far. It was after.
I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show you. In the end, I hope to show myself through my act. In the end, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then we'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was, like, totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other. But you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. Shut the fuck up, Monokuma. Had you not switched out the goddamn letters, none of this would have fucking happened! In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Fuck. No, she doesn't. Because you switched the goddamn letters. You're the one to blame, Monokuma. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. Because all of this... This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. Because the only one we need to destroy is you, and nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? This is not how it was supposed to go.
How strange.
It wasn't supposed to go, but, you know, it went that way because you fucking admitted it, you dumbass bear. But anyway, are you all sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other! He's absolutely right about that.
Phew!
Ah, lovely, Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that there can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both... For once, Byakuya is actually doing the right thing. Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be
which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here?
Hmm.
Now, I have only one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear now.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does that mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever a master goes, I go! And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe. Oh wait, no. What? Everyone!
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time?
Hmm.
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
But Sakura was technically the killer, right? So she's dead, and she's dead. You're not gonna...
But...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I... Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times 1 rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So, for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. Special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh, not alter ego. Oh, come on. Excavator Destroyer. Ugh. Ow. Oh, come on. That's way fucking... Even for... You!
Oh no!
You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk!
Phew.
Whew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken! Don't... Fuck you. No. Fuck you with your... fried, boiled, give me a break, color, smell, stuff. Fuck you, Monokuma.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
but...
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
But still...
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. I might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay.
I'm gonna do
For the
my
sake of
best.
everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words race throughout my heart and soul, and my disbelief My disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury. Here is the path to the dark side. It black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You are friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? That's volleyball. Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend, and you killed him! Is that what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptop? Well, you can call whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way, and it was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed.
Actually...
Finally? No. I knew about him from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the very beginning.
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still too cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew. Hey,
So, of course, I didn't care if you got access to it. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. It's sad he was killed. Yeah, the punishment this time made me feel a billion times better.
very nice.
Experiencing meaningless death is so soothing. Makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, this death was meaningless. His death wasn't. No. His death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody's who died so far, the death of each and every one of our friends. They all make us stronger. Swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're like super mad. Like, it's just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a little more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, there's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? Clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind. On and off on the whole time I've been. So I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is. Whoopsie daisy! That was a close one. Another word, and we wouldn't have been deep in spoiler territory. Ugh.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is over. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. Yeah, he can. Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd let any of you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser.
Hmm?
Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
Wah?
There's one last line in your note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. Fuck you! I'm not just going to lay down and die. I will fight you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it.
Hmm?
Oh wow, a stubborn loser, huh? Oh, whatever. Who cares what some dead knucklehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here.
Hmm.
You guys should try to get some rest, you know. Maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach the school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think about that. Think long, think hard. Alright. Okay, now that that's over, I think this is a great place to cut it off. I am an hour late, and I have D&D to attend to. So, I will end the stream here, and thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to King Radicate for following, and everyone have a good night.